Hello, welcome to CLSP Politics. Sean Briscoe speaking. So today we're talking about Maine Senate race. This is actually a really important one. This is one of the ones I think that the Dems can pick up. So let's get into it a little bit. So Maine is a rural state. People don't realize that. Yes, New England has rural states, and Maine is one of them. It has some blue down along the coast where the cities are and most of the economic development is, where all the money's at. And then as you get deeper into Maine, it becomes just a lot of forest. It's beautiful though. I have to confess I've never been to Maine. I meant to go up there when I was working in Massachusetts and just work schedule did not allow. So it's one of the states I absolutely definitely want to go visit, but just have not made it there yet. Demographically speaking, pretty white. And real quick, like and subscribe if you haven't already at CLSB Politics. You can go to my website, YouTube, Blue Sky, Instagram, TikTok, Substack, what have you, and we can talk. If you want to donate to this channel, I have a PayPal on my YouTube, or you can become a paying member of my Substack. These are all the candidates. I'm going to actually have to blow this up a little bit. These are all the candidates that are running this cycle. And as you can see, there's a lot of Democrats running and like 3 R's. And of course, Susan Collins is the incumbent. And she has duped the people of Maine so many times. I can't even. She's always very concerned. Yet she absolutely 95% of the time just votes with those idiots and totally deep sixes their people. Yeah, incredible. So the problem is this: Susan's sitting on like $6.7 million. So Graham Plattner is the only one who's raised anything close to that as a Democrat, right? In fact, none of the Republicans are all stalking horses. So I was like, well, how does she keep winning? And I did my research and I figured it out. The independent candidates, they turn what is an R+5, if you look at the math straight, in well, it turns a 50-50 state. Literally, it's a toss-up, like hardcore toss-up, like a flu season would decide it. And because of the independent candidates and all the candidates that don't ever have a snowball's chance of winning any of these races, they jump in and they're able to siphon off, and the way the math works, they're able to siphon off, or in another way to put it, they give alternatives that are unrealistic to voters, and the voters are duped yet again to vote for these third party candidates. And some of them are, I'm not voting Democrat or Republican. That's fine. Then they just won't vote. But when you look at the math and the turnout, you see that, when Susan Collins wins her seat by, 80,000 votes, you're like, and you go look at what the independent vote candidates grabbed and what they did to the overall math of the race, you're like, well, son of a bitch, man, that could have been like, Susan may have only been able to win that race by like 5,000 votes, or she would have lost it. So my hope is that the voters of Maine wake up. I mean, $6 million in a voting population size of Maine is like a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But so is $2 million. And if the Democrat Party in Maine could just get their act together just once and get rid of Susan Collins, God, I mean, oh, God, do the country a favor at this point. And you're like, oh, no, she's a moderate Republican. No, she's not. No, she's just not. No. She voted for the O triple B. She absolutely voted for people that were nominated to be in cabinet positions and directors of HHS and everything. And you know, she voted for judges, you know, she passed judges that she's like, oh, they said they wouldn't touch the abortion issue. Yeah, Roe's gone. And she became very concerned about Roe being gone. No, I'm done with Susan. Bye bye. God, I hope she gets taken out of office, man. Oh, come on, Democrats, we can do it. Please. She's like one of the most annoying. It's because she talks a real line of BS. Like if she was a straight up Republican, at least I'd respect her as a Republican. But she doesn't. She lies. Or she's the most naive and moronic individual I've ever heard in politics. Because she'll say, "Oh, that's not what they're saying." And it's exactly what they're saying. That's exactly what they're going to do. And she's like, "Oh, I'm very concerned about these decisions this person that I put into that position is doing." When the rest of us are like, "No kidding. Of course they're going to do that. This is a no-brainer. There was a no-brainer when you made that decision." It's just so annoying, and she's been that way for ever. So, God, I just hope Maine does something. Anyway, yeah. So because of all of the independent and third-party candidates, it's an R+5. Really, it's probably a D+1. Well, I ranted. I knew I was going to rant on this one. She upsets me so, Miss Susan Collins. So, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't. Getting a lot of new subscribers here. Love to see you guys. So it's feel free to message the channel. I do try to answer all the questions I get asked, and I got a lot of thanks for doing shows about states that don't usually get much action. Like Maine gets a lot of talk because Susan Collins so terrible. But like Nebraska, and then when I talked about that one congressional seat, I truly think is going to flip in Nebraska. People are like, "Oh, thank you so much. We didn't even know anyone noticed." And I'm like, people that do math notice and stuff, but they're just not on any list that you would look up and see on any website. And that's, and I'm probably going to do a show on why that is, you know. And anyway, all right. Hope everyone has a great Christmas. I'm going to keep pounding these out all the way through this holiday week, and hope everyone appreciates it. All right. Talk to you guys later.